Greetings from Whitehorse, Yukon Territory. So we've spent the last few days posted up, just grabbing any last few things that we need before we get really remote and don't have access to all those things. So we're starting a new adventure today. So from Whitehorse, we are going to make our way towards Skagway, Alaska. Come along for another adventure. We're really excited for this one. Let's see what we get up to. Coffees are poured. We're ready to hit the road. Had to make a quick little pit stop, throw out our trash. Oddly enough, we found it kind of comfortable spending the last few nights in Whitehorse. Generally, when we go into a city, we just kind of want to get our stuff and get the heck out of there. But I guess if there's any city that we're going to hang out in, it would be Whitehorse, because it actually doesn't even really feel like a city. But we're pretty excited to get back on the road and check out some more remote locations, smaller towns, and yeah, just do some exploring. So I think part of the reason we enjoy the Carcross Desert so much is because we have a very core memory of Diesel. We let him out just to go play in the sand, and he just kept bolted. Yeah, he ran away from us. He was just having such a good time, just frolicking in the sand, and like we see him be pretty joyous quite often, but this was one of the best times where we've seen him just totally enjoying life, and it was an awesome experience. And for the last few years, we've always just kind of like thought back on that time here at the Carcross Desert. So it's cool to relive some of those older memories and revisit these places that we saw last time. And I know they say don't try and recreate an old trip, but with all the other meandering and adventuring that we're doing, it's 100% not the same trip. But along the way, we do get to stop at these awesome places, which is it's a lot of fun. And we're also meeting a new friend today, friends from the internet, because what's better than meeting strangers off the internet? The one and only Sandro, everybody.
What's up?
Welcome to Carcross.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Sandro recently just completed the Dempster Highway in his Tesla, a feat that we were both pretty interested in, as there are actually no charging stations along the desolate road. Whether you're driving a gas-guzzling Chevy, an EV, truck camper, or a boat, these are all simply just a means to explore the world around us. It really doesn't matter what you drive. Creating any vehicle into a tiny home is an exciting process, and it gets us out into the world and helps us attempt to scratch that never-ending itch of exploration and travel.
The sand's getting a little hot for Mr. Diesel. So Kyle's walking him.
Yeah, he's not resisting wwhatsoever.
I mean, it's warm.
Yeah, give me a sec. That's our next patch right there. All throughout the Whitehorse region, you can see the sandy dunes left behind, as this area was once the bottom of a glacial lake. Following the discovery of Klondike gold in 1896, Carcross became a popular stopping-off place for stampeders in their migration to and from the goldfields in Dawson City. As we began to head towards Skagway, scattered along the shore and up the hillsides, you'll see the decaying remains of various mining ventures. The Windy Arm Landmark is an extension of Tagish Lake and extends along the narrow valley just south of Carcross. During the gold rush, it was just one of the many hazards one would encounter when venturing to Dawson. Being a natural wind tunnel, sometimes seeing waves 1.5 meters high, wind could increase very quickly, catching many experienced boatmen unprepared. With this being the case, many gold seekers perished in this stretch of the lake when the wind whipped the water into a frenzy and swamped the overloaded boats. Okay, you go first. You tell us what's in there. It goes for a while, eh?
Bro, it actually goes down. It looks pretty sturdy. It's also super wet all the time. I'm not gonna go further.
No. Yeah, where that is coming down, definitely don't go.
Yeah. But that goes far. It like arches.
It's the okay, it goes right in there.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Bro, imagine working here like when you
No.
first...
Yeah,
I mean,
that would be a...
If you look at the ceiling, it's all there's water droplets. It's super chill in here. It's like an AC.
I almost feel guilty for all those times I complained about going into an office every day. There's a guiding light.
Oh, dude, there's a lot of like feces, like rats.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let's not breathe it in too much.
That's okay.
There's a guiding diesel. Our guiding light.
So there's light in the end of the tunnel.
You tired? Is that comfortable between the tracks? He literally just gets comfortable anywhere. Yeah, good work today. Good work.
Go back to the house. Oh, is it nice and cool there?
Really wish I had a telephone. I can't believe how slow these birds are. No wonder you guys are lunch for people all the time. Come here, bud.
Pretty sweet spot though. You like come off the highway, go down a road, and then it kind of opens up like a boat launch parking lot area. So then we kind of just took the van and crawled along the shoreline on all the rocks, and then it opened up to this awesome spot here. So we're just posted up, hanging out, making some dinner. Tomorrow we're going to Alaska, which is really exciting. We're finally making it there for real this time. Today we got like some travel insurance organized, got Diesel's forms all filled out because there's that whole new thing with pets crossing the border, and so we're gonna cross the border tomorrow into Skagway. We have a ferry scheduled for early afternoon, and then we'll be heading to Haines.
Where should I go? Okay.
There's room for you.
Like how he just sleeps like a little human. On today's episode of Buckethead.
The water's like, it's not overly cold, but it's like too cold to, with the wind.
You didn't boil enough?
No, like it's cold, but like the lake's cold. Like
Yeah.
Not feeling that this
We
morning.
need to perfect the ratios.
Wow, that's a bit numbing on the brain.
Yeah.
I'm ready to hit up Alaska today. We're currently stopped on the road because there was a mudslide recently, and so there's a pilot car that we're waiting for right now anyways, so we might be here for 15-20 minutes or so. We're not really sure. It looks like we're the only ones here right now this morning, and yeah, we're just gonna head over to the US border today, cross over into Alaska to Skagway, and spend the morning there and just kind of check out the town and the shops before we head to Haines. So it's another beautiful morning. It's still windy where we are right now, but we're really starting to see some bigger mountains. Yeah, we're excited. We got everything ready to go to cross the border. It's a big day. We're excited. It's already August 10th.
Yeah, we're a little later than
August
we expected.
10th, yeah. But you know what? That's the beauty of slow travel and just taking your time and enjoying the moment. And it's something that I think we're kind of getting into the swing of things too. Just slowing down a bit more and enjoying company with new friends, with each other, and just, you know, being in it. And, you know, we'll get to Alaska, and we'll probably take our time when we're there too. You know, the only time limit we really have is taking the top of the world highway into Dawson City. early September. So we're going to spend as much time as we can in Alaska before we have to come back. I think we can manage that just fine.
The other day we were in Atlin, so we've been kind of meandering between the Yukon, BC, and Alaska over the last few weeks. So we were in Atlin. There's only one way in. We spent a couple days there. Made the 100-kilometer trek back into the Yukon to Jake's Corner. And then made our way into Carcross. Spent a couple days there. And then today we are driving down back through BC. By the way, this stretch here, the top northwest corner of British Columbia is it's just incredible. And so we're going to cross international border today into Skagway. And later this afternoon, we will be taking the ferry from Skagway into Haines. So we're getting another little taste of the Inside Passage, going through the polar ice fields here, this long white strip that kind of meanders through BC, the Yukon, and Alaska. Just incredible country all over the place. It's just every day there's new incredible places to look at. As long as I can remember, I've always wanted to experience Alaska. Such a glorified place in North America, and for a good reason. It's very wild, and I like to call Yukon Canada's Alaska, but I can't rightfully say that because I've never actually been to Alaska to experience it. So we'll see if that's actually true. But from here, we're going to get our passports ready and cross the border.
Minutes from the lake this morning up until now, the terrain's just really changed. Like, we've really gone up into the mountains in elevation, and yeah, like just the road's paved and everything, but when you look off to the side, you're like in the mountains this time, and the rocks are just so different, and there's just the water, there's smaller bodies of water, the trees have changed, different shrubs, pretty wild. We're here.
Made it. And we see why they call it home of the north wind, because it is quite windy today.
Yeah, it's cold.
Made it across the border, no problem.
And we're just parked by Broadway Street where all the shops are and all the colorful buildings. So we're gonna go take a stroll and grab something to eat for breakfast because our eggs just got confiscated.
They stole our freaking eggs, man. We got no eggs to eat. So
eggs are expensive, okay?
They really are. I mean, remember when eggs used to be so cheap too?
Yeah.
Like $2.
So we'll have to go get some. We got some time before we have to get to the ferry terminal. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to come here a little bit earlier to explore. And it looks like there are 3 or 4 cruise ships in the port. So it's actually pretty busy here. So it's very touristy, which we anticipated and we were told just from other travelers. So it's kind of cool. It's got a little vibe going on. So.
Yeah, they've really kept the era, the gold rush era vibe to the whole town. The buildings are colorful. The streets are boardwalks, which is very similar. We noticed that right away to when we were in Dawson City. All the sidewalks, they're not concrete, they're boardwalks just because of the weather that they get in the winter times and whatnot. But yeah, we got a little bit of exploring to do.
I think I'm going to bundle up a little bit.
Yeah, it's cold. That wind cuts right through you. We are in a coastal town, so that humidity definitely hits.
I literally have my blanket on right now.
We've been talking about this for a long time, and it's cool to finally be in the places. You looked at it on a map, you checked out the pictures on Google, you watched other people's YouTube videos, and it never does justice watching or looking at those things. You have to experience places yourself, because it's always, from what I found, it's always a different experience. You get to see it with your own eyes. But yeah, we're just stoked to be here. I think we need some food.
Yeah.
Let's go get some breakfast in us. We're actually an hour back, so we're 4 hours behind. We'll have to let the moms know, because that seems to be what they're concerned about, staying away from the edges of cliffs and how far back in time we are. So we'll have to let them know.
Yeah.
The town of Skagway saw a massive influx of prospectors after the initial discovery of gold in the Yukon Territory. Skagway in particular was a crucial gateway serving as a key port for those traveling to the gold fields, as the deep water in the channel wouldn't freeze during the harsh winters, allowing year-round access. Still a colorful, bustling town even today, welcoming thousands of tourists annually, and with probably the most jewelry stores I'd ever seen in such a small radius. Don't be getting any ideas, eh?
I already got my glacier ring in Carcross. Okay. There's a spaceship. Cheers!
To life.
To life. The famous Spruce Tip Ale. Ooh. It's a blonde ale. It's good. Very flavorful.
Yeah, it gives a lot of flavor.
This goes on the inside of the windshield. Lane 1, we have to be there by 1:30.
Okay.
So 45 minutes.
Amazing. We're all set.
Oh, and
Another pamphlet.
Another one. Okay. See ya, Skagway.
Haines, in approximately 30 minutes, the conference.
We have posted up, so we're just pulled off on the side of the road right now.
Yeah, we didn't really want to drive like into Haines yet, and we just were like, let's just post up on the side of the road because it's really nice here. And we're just kind of hanging out, relaxing, and we'll kind of head into town tomorrow.
Skagway was super cool, very touristy, which we were expecting anyways. Lots of jewelry stores, lots of, just souvenir shops, but still tons of history there. Really cool to just be in Skagway. And the ferry was incredible.
And it was only an hour and it was really quick. Super windy, but it was just beautiful, just like seeing the waterfalls. Being on the ocean again always feels good too, so.
But we had a pretty eventful day from Carcross, saying goodbye to our friend Sandro. Amazing meeting people on the road, one of the best parts of doing this and living this lifestyle. But from Carcross, coming down to Skagway, crossing the border, getting to our ferry, getting the ferry over here. We're feeling a little bit tired. We got up pretty early this morning. But tomorrow we'll go into Haines. There's not a whole lot in town. We do need to do a couple things, fill up the water, probably restock a couple groceries here and there. But I think a shower is also in order. We're excited for what's next. Super cool to be in Alaska. But we will see you guys tomorrow, and we'll check out Haines.